Hello and welcome everyone to Variety Stick, and we back again for another unboxing video. In today's video we will have the new Samsung Galaxy A21 available through Metro by T-Mobile. In this video we're gonna be doing unboxing, first impression and mini review. So without any further ado, let's find out. Now, just before we head to the main specs of the phone, I just want to pay your attention about the pricing is not available at the time I'm making the video. I'll be doing update on the description box for all pricing, a new activation port in or for upgrade if you are current Metro by T-Mobile customers. For people they want to buy the phone as unlock, the price of the phone will be $239 US. Also, I'm gonna leave a link in description box in Amazon if you are interested to buy the phone unlock. And by the way, this phone gonna come with two different variants. The one that we have right here is through Metro by T-Mobile, and this phone comes only one color, which is black, and also the memory 32 and 3 GB of RAM. You can also purchase this phone as 64 GB for internal memory and 4 GB of RAM, but that one that I have here with me through Metro by T-Mobile, it's gonna be 32 GB and 3 GB of RAM. Now, the A21 is still considered a budget device. This is not high-end device, but the main specs of this device will be the camera. This phone is gonna be with 4 camera on the back, and this camera is going to be 16 megapixel wide, 8 megapixel ultra wide, and we have 2 megapixel and another 2 megapixel. They're basically depth sensor and macro. Now, the size screen will be 6.5, a little bit bigger than the A20, and the ratio of the screen to the body, it will be 79.3. so basically the phone, it has infinity display. Also, this phone is going to be a little bit longer than the A20 because the ratio it will be 20:9. The resolution is kind of disappointing with this device. It will be 720 by 1600. The amount of PPI will be 270, and basically that screen is not even OLED screen, is not Super AMOLED. This screen IPS LCD. Now, for the chipset, surprisingly Samsung, they did not use Exynos or Snapdragon this time around. They're using MediaTek Helio P35, the same processor we saw in the LG Stylo 6. The memory, it will be 32, 3 GB of RAM, not much upgrade from the Galaxy A20. Now, the size of the battery will be 4000 mAh, support fast charging 15 watt with the C-type. You guys can expect to charge the phone from 0% to 100% within an hour and 45 minutes, and this is good in my opinion. Now, let's get to the unboxing. And by the way, the package, similar package to the Galaxy A20. And let's go ahead and crack this open and have the first impression on the phone. And by the way, that phone is going to be plastic from the back, and the frame also will be plastic, so you guys are not going to expect any high-end build construction. So first of all, we're going to have this actually envelope over here that it has just the quick guide and manual. Let's set this on the side, and first thing we're gonna see the phone. Normally we see the specs of the phone, but this time around it show you the steps that you need to do to inject the SIM card. There you go, and the SIM this is actually the SIM card over here, and that's actually the phone. As I said, the main upgrade for that phone will be the quad camera over here. The back of the phone looks so nice. No fingerprint on screen, that because this phone didn't have OLED display. That's why we have regular fingerprint sensor over here. That's it. Also this on the side. And since this is a Metro by T-Mobile or T-Mobile variant, this is the quick charge 15 watts. And finally we're gonna have the USB-C cable, just a regular USB-C. Normally if you see this part, actually didn't have nothing over here, that because normally when you purchase the international variant, it comes with headphone, or normally also you get a phone case inside this envelope, but this time around didn't have this, that because this is a US version and you get this through T-Mobile. Now let's take the plastic off. There you go. The phone feels actually nice, and actually this is a jet black and very reflective black and feel actually very smooth over here, which just looks so nice. But that's gonna get scratches actually so easily, so you guys make sure you get the case. And as you guys can see, the camera hub's elevated from here, and that's not gonna be like stable on the table, as you guys can see, and you can hear this noise. The camera actually shifted to be on the left side over here, and the whole thing should be a screen. We have the speaker, and also we don't have anything on this side except the SIM tray where you can put the SIM card and the SD card, and then we have the power key and the volume up keys all located on the right side, and then we will have microphone, C-type, headphone jack, and a speaker on the back of the phone. Now we're going to turn the phone on and play with the phone, spend more time with the phone, and we're going to come back with more information and more impression about the Galaxy A21. And by the way, this phone came with Android 10 out of the box with One Touch UI from Samsung, and we will back to you. And let's kick off with the design and build construction for the A21. As I said, it will be all plastic from the back and even the frame, but that doesn't mean the phone doesn't look good. All you have to do, make sure you get the phone case, because the plastic, from my experience with other devices, it will get scratched easily, especially with that jet black over here. Now overall, I kind of like the design. First of all, sleek in the hands, lightweight, and you have curve on the back, helps in the grip. Now the camera shifted on the left, which is fine in my opinion. The phone still looks so nice from the front with that infinity display, and the back also very reflective. It looks also a premium, and you have headphone jack, the C-type microphone, and you have the speaker, and we don't have anything from here. No confusion over here. Volume keys, power key from one side, which is good in my opinion. Overall, this design is good, except that it's actually the made is cheap. Now, one of the things I normally like to highlight, which is the quality of the audio and the speaker on the phone. The A21 has a speaker located on the bottom. It's gonna fire from the bottom. This is a mono speaker. We don't have stereo speaker. Also, we don't have another speaker actually to helps to fire from the front, and that's not gonna give you the best quality for the audio. As we saw in the LG Stylus 6 and the Moto G Stylus, actually these phones came with dual speaker, stereo speaker. The audio quality is gonna be actually much better than the A21. So if you care much about the audio, you may not gonna like the quality of the audio in the A21. And that's just to play this music. I would say it's okay, but absolutely not the best. Now moving on to the display. As I said in the beginning of the video, we will have IPS LCD. The size will be 6.5 inches. That will consider a big screen. The resolution is disappointing actually, 720 by 1600. I would say phone like the A21 with that big size screen should be at least 1080p for the resolution. The amount of PPI is not that even impressive here. We have 270. I mean, generally speaking about the display, I'm able to see everything clear, to be honest with you. The angle of view, the white balance, the colors are vivid, but it's not the best experience I had in a cell phone. If I want to just compare this phone to the A20 display actually below the A21. That because it's OLED, more vivid, more PPI, and better quality in general. Now, one of the things worth to mention here in this video, the phone has face unlock, where you can unlock with your face, and that relies on the front facing camera. It's not the secured way to unlock your phone, but if you want a more secured, you can use the fingerprint. The phone has fingerprint on the back, actually very accurate, works good. And also I like the position of the fingerprint itself, and you feel that it has textures, and easily you can actually figure out where the position of the fingerprint on the back is. That good thing. But one of the things actually I just noticed that the fingerprint does have some delay. That because the processor of the phone is not Snapdragon, and the fingerprint with the Helio P35 has some delay. I have noticed the same thing with the LG Stylus 6. But overall, speaking about fingerprint, works good, accurate, not the fastest. Now for the operating system, the phone will be shipped with Android 10 out of the box and One UI 2.1. Normally Samsung doesn't care much about updating the operating system, and we saw this in the Samsung Galaxy A20. Now let's take a deep close look to the software itself. First of all, you see in the main menu you have some applications. Most of these applications are going to be stock Android, Samsung, and Metro. As you guys can see, Google folder, Play Store, Samsung Galaxy, Metro application, hotspot, unlock application, and you can go to the app drawer. You will see a lot more applications over here. Some of them pre-installed, like Spotify, and you can remove actually these applications if you don't like something like Spotify. Now if you just go to the settings, you will see a normal phone settings over here. Start with a connection, sounds and vibration, notification, display. Now if we go to the display, we'll have the ability actually to change the navigation keys to gestures, or you can do it in the opposite way, and you can go to navigation bar. Now I just put the phone on the regular Android 10 navigation gestures, but if you don't like, you can just go back to regular buttons if you like the classic way. In addition to this, also you can change to regular mode to the night mode if you like to save some power on the battery. Now because if we're gonna talk about every single thing in the software, the video is gonna be too long. I will be making dedicated video about all tips and tricks and new features about the Samsung Galaxy A21 in a separate video, so you guys make sure to subscribe to Variety Stick in order not to miss this video. Now talking about the battery and the battery performance, 4000 mAh, the size of the battery will be built-in, sealed in the back, it's not removable. 15 watts of fast charging, quite decent in my opinion. You're gonna expect to charge the phone from 0% to 100% around hour and 45 minutes. This is decent in my opinion, and you guys gonna expect to use the battery within 1 to 2 days. It depends on your usage. Now the phone has NFC if you ask me, and you can enable your Samsung Pay or Android Pay, which is a good thing. Now one of the things also you guys need to pay your attention to, the phone is not IP rated for water and dust proof, so make sure always to keep the phone away from any liquid. Now let's move to the internal hardware of the A21. First, the phone has 3 GB of RAM, 32 GB storage. Now you will have the option, if you want to buy the international variant, to go with 64 and 4 GB, but that option is not available for Metro by T-Mobile customers, and that, in my opinion, very disappointing. The second disappointing thing, using MediaTek Helio P35 processor instead of using a new Exynos processor or at least Snapdragon 665 makes overall performance of the phone is not that great. As you guys saw, even the fingerprint was not even fast as it should be. Also loading the games, especially the heavy game, you guys not gonna have the best experience for that cell phone. Last but not least, we're gonna talk about the camera, and the biggest upgrade is gonna be in this department. Now the phone came with 4 cameras on the back. The A20 came with dual, so that is actually a major upgrade. And you will have the main sensor will be 16 megapixel wide 1.8 aperture, and then we have 8 megapixel ultra wide, 2 megapixel depth, and 2 megapixel macro. The front will be 13 megapixel for selfie. Now let's open the camera application and talk about the application and my opinion about the picture and the footage I took from this device. Now first of all, you see the live focus. We have photo, video, and the video guys not gonna expect more than 1080p, no 4K, no slow motion. Put this in your account, even that we have 4 camera over here. I believe slow motion 4K back to the processor itself. Samsung, they've choose not to add it to the camera application. You will see some other settings like enabling actually the flash, change the ratio, put timer, and some settings. And we have video, and we have more over here. We have a pro, food, and macro. And let me go ahead and move to the picture I actually took in this phone. Starting with low light situation, actually I have dark room. I'm trying to capture picture. Unfortunately, that camera is gonna struggle if you have low light situation. There is no such an option for night mode to take good pictures. Now moving to another picture, this is a macro picture. Actually you can get a lot of details if you choose to use the macro option. which is quite nice in my opinion. Now zooming up to 4x, the image will be cropped. You guys not gonna expect the best quality, but if we go to 2x zoom, actually you're gonna get very good quality for the pictures. Also using the regular wide lens, pictures outside when you have good light will be great actually. Also, selfie on the front facing camera is absolutely impressive. I like actually the selfie camera in this device. I mean, if you guys see the background, nothing is washed out. The blurriness actually is very nice. It's not even over or anything like that, so you will get good pictures. Even indoor picture with a selfie, have medium light situation, still takes good pictures. And also without actually live focus, or because Samsung they call it live focus or portrait. Still, if you guys see the background, everything's gonna look actually very sharp, and that means the camera itself, it's actually good. Also uses the live focus. You can adjust the blurriness, by the way. Also you get to take very good pictures with that feature. Indoor, no problems. Even if you don't have a lot of light, it's gonna work fine. As I said, this camera will struggle if you have low light situation, but normal light you should have no problem or whatsoever. Also I uses here, it will be the ultra wide, and you guys can see how much detail you can get off the camera. And that's actually all the pictures I took in this phone camera. Now the main disadvantages of the camera: the low light situation, no night mode. That something could be fixed with some software, lack of 4K, and the slow motion. Now if you don't care much about this, I would say the camera in the A21 is great camera. Now after reviewing and giving my first impression about the Samsung Galaxy A21, I would love to hear back from you in the comment below. What do you think about the Samsung Galaxy A21? Are you going to upgrade from the current phone to this phone or not? I would love to hear that in the comment below. Also encourage me and give me that thumbs up button and subscribe to a Variety Stick if you haven't already. Thank you so much everyone for watching. As always, we'll see you in the next one. Peace.